Has my overlay come on?
Hey folks, Carl here, and welcome to the very first Mad Modelers live stream for the Star Wars Buddy Build. As you can see, there's a few of us in, so we are going to go through who's here, and they're going to tell us what they're building. So first of all, we've got Scott. So Scott, introduce yourself, tell us what you're building.
Hey guys, live from the Orkney Islands. I'm going to be building the Slave One.
Cool, man, a few words. And of course, we've got, most of you know this man, Mr. James Skiffins from the Model Officers Mess. Hi, James.
Hey, Di. How you doing?
What's up, James?
Yeah. So tonight I've got a bit of child's play to go with. A little Republic attack shuttle. It's Revel Easy kit. I like the look of it. Didn't quite realise it was as easy as it was, but we'll give that a crack, see what we can play with. And like Cole said, probably people might know me from my YouTube channel, Model Officers Mess, and also Facebook page. So yeah, so looking forward.
Cool. And third, we have Chris. This is the man whose fault it is that we're doing this. So, Chris, introduce yourself.
Hey, everybody. My name's Chris Walters. I'm out here in Sacramento, California. I just decided at this time to do a little Star Wars build. I've never done anything like this in my life, so I figured made a little mistake and ordered too many, and I hooked up my buddy Carl Smith with a extra kit. And so we're doing the Millennium Falcon 1/44 scale. Got some fiber optics I'm installing in mine. Got a little bit extra work to do, but this ought to be enjoyable.
Cool. Thank you, Chris. And next we have Alex, who's not feeling too well at the moment. So, want to introduce yourself, Alex?
Yeah, I'm Alex. I'm from Spain. Right now I'm building the Bandai kit ATST 148 scale. I don't know if you can check out.
Yeah, we can see that.
Yeah.
It's a very solid kit, as almost every kit in Bandai. Pretty straight too. And now we're hanging out and hope we have a good time building our kits.
Cool. You do a lot of stuff on is it Twitch, Alex?
Yeah, well, this last week I was a little bit stopped, but I usually Twitch and usually making all crazy Gundam model kits, hand brushing, also sometimes just designing stuff on ZBrush and making things with the computer. And I don't have a properly schedule or time, so if someone wanna check it out in Twitch, is Twitch/Alex Kutal.
Perfect. So, and last but not least, we have another poorly participant by the name of Mr. Alan Fallon. So, introduce yourself, Alan.
Hi guys, my name's Alan. Most of you might know me as Northwest Modeler. I'm seeing what you guys are doing. I feel embarrassed now, but it's a good kit. Carl's done a couple of these. It's the Revel Star Wars Snow Speeder. It's a nice little kit, you know, for £7 you can't go wrong with it. So yeah, I shall be doing that.
Cool. Perfect. So back to me. So I'm doing, as you probably heard, I'm doing the same kit as Chris, which is the 144 Bandai. So the general premise of this is we're just going to build away and prattle and talk nonsense. And if anyone has anything interesting that they find with the kit they're doing, shout up and we'll take a look. So, gentlemen, begin.
Start your horses.
not your horses. So who's going to start the conversation off, and what we're going to talk about?
Oh,
Did you guys go to Telford, don't you? So maybe you can
Yes.
talk about your experience. How was the Telford singing?
I'll let James start with that.
about Telford.
Yeah.
Right, okay. Telford, well, what can you say about Telford? If the first thing to say, it's overwhelming. I mean, this is my 4th year I've gone now. And yeah, if you want to go to a model show and you can only afford to go to one in a year, Telford's the one to go to. It just is awesome. It has such a selection of stuff. It has traders. It has the IPMS Stigs. They all display, and their club branches, they all display. We have people come over from, they have people come over from all around the world, really. And then on top of that, you've got the competition. And I can honestly say it's a privilege to see some of the work. It really is quite outstanding, and makes you feel a little inadequate, I think would be fair to say.
I agree with that.
But you pick up a lot of tips as well, or you guess a lot of tips, because I mean, I'll be honest with you, in the years I've gone, I've not really spoken to many people around the competition tables. Always been a bit nervous about talking to people, because I'm a model maker, but I wouldn't say I'm a very good model maker. I'm average. I'm nothing special. But I never really knew quite how to start a conversation with these guys, because I'm just in awe of most of them, to be honest.
Yeah.
But this year, I I braved it and decided that I was going to enter a build. I didn't think I'd win anything. I'll be totally honest. I genuinely thought that if I was lucky, the thing I was looking for really was not to be laughed out of the conference centre, which I wasn't. I didn't win anything, but the experience was quite good. The only negative thing I've got to say about that experience was I was hoping for a lot more feedback. When the judging was done, the judges didn't put feedback down on the sheets, which was a bit disappointing. However, with that said, I was very, very fortunate to get to meet Peter Usher, and Peter Usher is a well-known model maker. He's had some covers of magazines. He's won numerous models competitions. Not that I knew this at the time, but since doing a little bit of research, I found these things out. And I bumped into him, and another modeler was standing there. We were talking about the models and stuff, and he said, "Oh, this is the guy that won gold on that table and or on that section, and also gold in the section I was in." And I just blurted out to him, "Oh, it's really nice to meet you. Tell me how shit my model was." And I just find myself, I'm so sorry, Carl.
Nice approach.
Did he tell you? That's the thing.
That's a $5 to Models for Heroes. Never mind. Good for them. Yeah, no, he was very good, actually.
Yeah.
At the time, this was on the Saturday. At the time, he looked really awkward and went, "I'm really sorry, but I've got to go." And I just died. I just felt like I was like, "I don't believe it. What have I done?" And the guy went to me, "Look, yeah, I'll give you feedback. Are you around tomorrow?" And I said, "Yeah, I am. I'm here all weekend." He said, "Well, look, this is my telephone number. Give me a call. We meet up."
Okay.
Which was really nice.
Yeah.
And I didn't call him. If I'm honest, I was so embarrassed I didn't call him. But we bumped into each other in the hall, and he went, "Oh, yeah, I remember you from yesterday, you know, blah, blah, blah. Do you want that feedback?" And I was like, "Well, yeah, I do, really." And he said, "I've got 5 minutes. Come on, let's go and do it." So we went up to the competition area. He said to me, take the model off the table, and we'll go over to one side and we'll chat." which is what he did. And I've got to say, thank you very much to him. He was genuinely quite kind. He didn't, which is good. He didn't try and fluff it in any way, or like sort of say, "Oh, you've done this really well, you've done that." He just said, "These are the things in which I would look at to do something about for next time."
Right.
Blah blah blah. And yeah, at the time I was like, "Oh," I was a bit downhearted. It's like, well, okay, fair enough. But on reflection, thinking about it, yeah, he gave me everything I wanted, and yeah, thank you very much. So yeah, Telford, like all the shows, I mean, I've been very fortunate in this last year. I've been to a lot of shows, and I've always found modelers generally are pretty cool guys. They'll sit and talk to you. They'll chat about their experiences, their models, etc., etc. If you take time to ask them. And Telford's no different, although it's a lot bigger. Very overwhelming.
Yeah, it was my first model show, and it was very overwhelming.
That's right. It was your first model show, wasn't it?
So much to see, so much to do. Every time you walked up the aisle, you saw something new. Every aisle you went up, there was always something new. No matter how many times you've been up it, it was.
Yeah, and I think that's the good thing about Telford. You know, I took the guy I went with, Simon. It's his second time being there. We went last year. I took him first time last year, and it was really quite cool actually to watch somebody else's first experience in a way.
Yeah,
they were just like, the only way to describe it is you're a kid in a sweet shop.
Yeah.
And yeah, it's an awesome show. Awesome show. I've done some videos about it, and I do about all the shows I go to. But I'll be honest, this one particular, I've got so many pictures, so many things. I could just be constant for days. Yeah, so it's a good show. It's well worth going, and I would genuinely recommend. Like I said, if there's a show near you, and you know it's within reasonable traveling distance, and you want a taste, if you like, go to your local shows. They're always very good. Always.
Yeah, that's what I'm going to start doing next year. I'll be doing a lot more of my local stuff after seeing that. So it's not so. Hopefully, not so overwhelming as Telford was.
Fine.
So I guess that.
Just a bit of a trek for me to get there.
Yes. We had a chat about that, didn't we?
I was actually joking. I said, like, you know, like TK and all that, they've actually probably got there quicker than I would.
Yes. Yeah, they made the effort. See?
Corner from you, Scott. Behave.
Was it your first show, Alan?
Yeah, it was my very first show. So, like James said, I was totally overwhelmed. There was so much to take in. I wish I'd have gone down for 2 days instead of just the 1 day, because there was that much. But everybody you spoke to,
You would have spent twice as much, though.
Hmm?
You would have spent twice as much.
I didn't spend that much. I was quite good.
Yeah, me too. Behave yourself.
I was just teasing.
Only because I brought the wife with me, but hey ho.
There it is there. There it is there. Now the truth comes out.
I'll be honest with you, it's a good move.
I could have spent a fortune. There was kits that I've wanted that were like 200 quid.
Yeah.
And if you had been there, I'd have bought them. I'd have been bankrupt.
Well, when I went last year, there were I went with a list. The list stayed in the car of the things that I was interested in. I bought a Zukimura kit, which is a great kit. I'm glad I did. But I was wandering around, and I happened to come across a B17G from Hong Kong Models. 132nd, I believe.
HK.
HK, yeah.
I've got that.
Yeah, and
Beautiful build.
it was in a second hand stall, and I I'm not going to lie. I don't mind admitting it. I actually phoned my wife for permission to buy it because it's a lot of money. A lot of money. Glad I got it.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, I spent an absolute fortune the year before, and I was determined this year not to do what I did last time because, like I say, it's very much like you're a kid in a sweet shop, and I don't regret any of the buys I bought. They're all good buys, but you know, I regret having to do the overtime to pay for it all. Takes the time away from the bench. So.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was a good show, and also I think worth saying as well. I did meet up with Carl, and some other guys, and that did make it quite cool as well. I've got to be honest, I did enjoy that bit. So yeah, if you're watching and you want to go to a show, then definitely Telford is the one I would save up to go to personally.
Yeah, save up. I'd definitely recommend going to some smaller ones first. So when you actually get there, it's not running around like a kid in a sweet shop.
That wasn't me, my wife.
Scottish one in Perth. I think it's April, Carl.
Yeah. Yeah, I'll be at that one. Definitely.
Yeah, I don't know what one I'm going to next actually.
All in January for me.
What I'd like to do is I'd like to go to. There's a couple of shows in Europe that I would like to go. Not sure I'm going to have the funds this year to do that, but it's definite ones. So there's two. There's Monsoon, I think there is. That's an awesome. That looks like an awesome show. And of course we've got Model Expo. I believe is not next year, year after. I think, isn't it?
Where's that?
Model Expo is the one. There's a model show that goes around the world.
Okay, like
Chicago, just gone this year, and I've forgotten when that was. Hang on, let me look. I can find this out. Model Expo, where were you? I think I'm right in saying it was a couple of months ago or more. No, I can't find it. It may have been June-ish time, maybe. But Gil went to it this year. It was in Chicago this year, and what they do is they don't do a show every year.
Right.
They go to different places, and I believe the next one is in Europe. But I'm not 100% sure when that is. I'd like to go to that.
Or when?
I think it may be in Belgium, you know, I'm not sure. I can't remember now. But yeah, but there's one in Monsoon is let me get my backside kicked by somebody for this, but I think it's Hungary or something like that. And that's an awesome show as well. Very cool. So, yeah. Oh, there you go. Monsoon's in April and it's in West Hungary. I was right.
West Hungary.
But that's an awesome show. Very big this year. Very big. Anyway, let's do some model making.
Anyone finished yet?
No, funnily enough, because you've made me talk, I'm not going to bed at.
James said he was going to bed at 8:20.
Well, as you may have seen, the kit that I've got is actually all pre-painted.
Oh, even better.
Yeah. So yeah, I just got to put it together really. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to try and either take this off or back or something. I'm going to try and do something with it and do my own thing on it.
Okay.
But there you go. We'll see.
I just don't want to turn my compressor on and then, drown all you guys out.
Are you ready for paint already?
With this, yeah. You can virtually get painting with this straight away. As there you go, I've finished. I'm done. There you go. I've won.
Back to bed. Terrible.
Tell me you're not that quick at everything you do, right?
Hold on, I'll ask his wife.
I was being nice about it.
Carl, what did you pre-warn me about when we started? Please tell everybody what you said before this.
Gloves are coming up.
No. For people, I'm the foul mouth one, and I did all the jokes that we consider not suitable for live broadcast.
Yeah.
How warm, man? Don't do any of that.
I was just going to give her a ring and ask her how she is.
If you walk through that door in about 10 minutes, you can ask her.
Yeah.
I was gonna say anyway.
Anyways, moving swiftly.
My YouTube channel, you'll see my Nismo, which this app says I haven't uploaded my video because I can't put voiceover to it. That I started that in June of this year.
Wow.
I didn't realise I started it in June. I've just finished it.
Or is it finished now? Completely.
Completely.
For sure.
Oh, for sure. David little bit.
Where's
Shut up,
Fishy
Chris.
Lady at?
Shut up, Chris.
There we go, ladies and gentlemen.
Hold on,
Little bit.
we'll look on you. Tell everyone.
Now, if you look round the back,
Oh,
and I've just moved one of the exhausts. There we go. Oh, Carl, you can revel. There you go. You don't get that on revel.
You don't.
No. But no, that's taken me God knows how many months.
Which episode of Star Wars is that in?
That's it. The latest one that hasn't been released yet.
Ah,
It's when Luke travels back to the future and discovers a world called Earth.
Okay. True story.
True story. True story. True story. I can tell you it's a true story. True story. It is.
I can see this.
it's magical.
This Falcon's going to be quite a bugger to paint on.
It's going to be quite difficult to paint, Carl. Difficult.
Quite a bugger.
I used to have nice hair before I started out with you, lot.
Nice shaded ginger.
What, that colour?
Yeah. What's that?
That's Imola orange.
similar orange.
Imola orange.
Oh.
Very nice.
On an S2000, because that's the car I used to own in that colour.
Ah. It's all making complete sense now.
Yeah, it is, to be sure, to be sure.
Right.
Does anybody else notice that thing, little speech bubble come above Alan saying, "Is anyone there?"
No. Is there anybody there?
Oh, shit.
Language, Timothy, please, language.
I thought I was whispering that. Obviously not.
What have you done?
I got a pen vise and I'm drilling all of these little holes out for the fiber optics on this kit.
Yeah, I'm kind of glad I've not got a lighting kit.
We can supply it, Carl.
Yeah.
Very cool.
We can get it there. Don't worry, Carl. So, just out of interest, Carl, going back to Telford just for a second,
Yeah.
was there anything in which you went to the show with as an idea of buying that you didn't get or didn't see?
No, I had the plans to buy nothing at Telford.
Oh,
And did you succeed?
No.
Second day you went nuts.
I went to Telford to actually meet people. That was my main reason for going. Mainly because I hadn't got the cash to actually just go and buy stuff. Yeah, the main reason was actually meet up with folk.
yeah.
Actually shake people's hands rather than just seeing them on the internet.
Uh-huh.
So yeah, that was
That would be nice.
the best part of the weekend for me. It's actually meeting the people behind the camera.
Yeah.
You see the face online if they do a face thing, but yeah, it's always good to shake hands, drink together, because you get to know what the person's like a little bit more.
Okay, I got a question.
Yeah.
You weren't really drinking piss, were you, Carl?
No. Well, no.
I mean, that's what it said on your thing, right?
So,
It
yeah.
was just outside Birmingham.
Now, I'm just asking a question. I'm a pretty stupid American, so I mean,
Telford beer.
can you fill me in on that, please?
It's piss.
Well,
It looks like it, so I guess it tastes like it, right?
yeah. Yeah.
Oh man, I just found that to be pretty funny.
Was that when you were visiting Pets at Home?
Yes, that's the one. Yeah. Yeah, we were at the vets drinking piss.
Yeah, it did confuse me somewhat.
Man, this thing is tiny. Tough. Where'd it go?
It's going together pretty quick though, Chris. Once you actually start
What?
snapping bits off,
What's that, brother?
it's starting to go together pretty quick. Once you start breaking bits and pieces off, we got the.
Well, what I'd like is that it allows me to kind of hold on to it in the sprue, so I got a lot of drilling to do, man.
Yeah.
Right now, I've done the back of the cockpit, and I'm doing the dash right now. I put 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 holes in the back for fiber optics, and now in the dash, I think I'm going to do about the same, or at least try to. So, Alex, have you found any work lately? Or is every day still Saturday? Or
Still Saturday, and I have a very bad last week. You know, hospital and burial, and you can guess.
oh, doggone that! Whew, that's hardcore. Back when I was younger, hangovers were, didn't make you feel any better, but it's worse when it's not self-inflicted,
Yep.
and it lasts a lot longer too. It's funny, here in the U.S., they want you to get a flu shot every year, but the average Joe doesn't realize that the flu shot they're vaccinating you for was the stuff they had last year, not what's coming up.
Yeah, I'm not. I usually don't get sick. Like
Yeah,
I only get sick like one time in year, and it's not. Yeah,
that's bad
Um,
enough. Yeah, I hear
I'm
you.
I'm a healthy person overall.
Yep.
So
Yep.
yeah, it start to hit me hard this week, and right now I'm anxious, and on Tuesday I will be okay. Cause well, the funny thing is, cause I drop smoking. I don't smoking anymore, so it's the first time I'm getting sick without the smoking. Cause and it's so funny because when I used to smoke, just coughing and you have a very big flame, you know.
Oh yeah.
And right now it's just my throat is irritated, you know, but I cough
Oh,
and it's nothing. You know, it's only you feel the irritated throat, not
yep.
anything like
Yep.
extra mucosous phlegm and all that stuff that comes with the smoking, you know.
Yes, sir.
Um, yeah, I hope on Thursday I will be okay. So also I want because the last weekend I changed all my channel. I spent like a lot of time. I had over 100 sound effect into my channel in order that the people can request different sound. Also, I make a customized command with different GIF and overlay to make the stuff more interactive, you know. Uh,
Absolutely.
I add like a little mini games into the channel that the people can play and fight the game boss, similar to Dungeons and Dragons, and all. I well, the most thing that I do is just I use my PC for everything right now. Before I was using my Macintosh, but the problem is with the Macintosh you are so limited in bot in Twitch, you know. So I changed all my cable around my studio to use my PC with everything. And since I changed everything, I'm starting to feel sick, and I don't start my my new channel stream. You know, I'm kind of impatient to be good and streaming and try all my new stuff.
Right. Right.
Kind of
Is that
similar
your
that.
Twitch account? Your Twitch account?
Yep.
Cool.
It's kind of similar than when you change something on in your YouTube intro or similar that you wanna just try and check out the comment of the people. You know, when you add something new, some new equipment, or you move around your mic or change your camera top view, you know, you
Yeah.
you want a little of feedback,
Yes.
and it's like your little baby, you know. You
Oh,
put effort,
absolutely. Absolutely.
you put a little
You got a
effort,
lot of
and
time and effort into it.
yeah,
You want some feedback.
yeah,
You know, you don't want to keep going if you're not doing good, you know.
yep.
That's always a good thing though, brother. That's a good thing.
Yeah, you can't. At the end of the day, you can't get better if no one gives you any feedback.
No.
Yeah. Well, the good thing about Twitch is interactivity. You know, it's you don't have to wait to the people just comment, because you know when the people enter into your channel, and it's all about you. If you wanna just ask the people or whatever, but yeah, I'm very happy because I'm in a team of streamer that well, the big Gampla builder team in Twitch.
Mhm.
I find a lot of cool guys. Well, the sad thing is we're only one Italian, one Scottish, one Dutch, and me on Europe side, you know. But and the other guys are from the States. Well, the States or Canada. And yeah, usually on Saturday we just hang out doing like a hangout stream when we don't have any specified theme, just you can do whatever you want. It's just the same thing that we are doing right now. It's just building with polls around and talking about the stuff and things. You know, don't feel alone in the bench, because I'm okay, because I think everyone sometimes want to be kind of this lonely that get you in your band, you know, working just by yourself and thinking in your stuff. But it's pretty cool that when have the option to just share this time with people, because not every time you are in the mood to be alone, you know. Just
Absolutely, bro. I hear that.
hearing voices and do stuff together, and just asking how's your day. It's something, you know.
Yeah, I think that's one of the good things about the internet, isn't it? You know, I've always been a model maker who's sat in a room in a corner or whatever, quietly by myself, busy modeling away. And now I'm doing.
Oh, it's definitely a lot different now. You like me, you know. I mean, like you guys say, it was a little art that you would be stuck up in a corner of a room or something when you were growing up. But now you can reach out and you can talk to anybody all over the world and get better at what you do. Whereas before you were, you know, left to your own demise.
Yeah, you were just basically reproducing, not totally the same thing, but you were definitely reproducing to a similar level. And the only way you'd improve is if you accidentally done something different and it turned out okay.
Or you read books on it.
Exactly,
you know,
yeah.
Back in the 80s when I was starting to try and make things look real, I had to get a book called Basic Dioramas.
Yeah.
And it just showed you the basic things of what it took to make it different than just a static model sitting on the shelf.
Yeah, absolutely. But it's
and you didn't know any different. Before I even started talking to you guys, I was still dry brushing. I didn't even know how to use an airbrush. You know, I mean,
well, I mean, don't disrespect dry brush, because dry brush technique is, if you use right in the right way, the dry brush is a very nice and useful technique. But
it takes so long.
I get what you try to explain.
Yeah, it takes so long to dry brush when you can get your airbrush out, thin up your paint, kick on the compressor, it's done, you know. But dry brushing, oh my God, it was time consuming.
Yeah, I prefer to use wet paint than a dry brush.
Oh, yeah. Well, shoot, you go through so much paint because you're taking 90% of it off the brush, what you're going to use. I mean, so you go through a lot of paint.
Yeah.
And all that's doing is highlighting. It's not really creating anything. You can't streak anything. You can't create mud effects. You know, all it is highlighting, and everything else has to be absolute detail brush. And it was hardcore.
Yes, it's not that long ago, really. I mean, I like most people grew up with Umbral paints and all that sort of stuff. And
Airfix kits, Max Box kits, blah blah blah, and it's only really in the last, probably in the last 3 years or so, that I've found acrylics. I've got an airbrush. The rest of the time I was just using Humbrol because that's all I knew. I didn't know anything else.
Really?
Yeah.
All I ever knew to use was rattle cans. I mean, if I could get it in a rattle can, that's what I used to paint. I mean, and they're all enamels. I never used an acrylic until I bought an airbrush.
Yeah.
I've only been doing this.
I'm serious.
It's been an airbrush for me.
I'm using airbrush since 1997.
Yeah.
So
You're really good at doing airbrushing. Your
I-
Stormtrooper skulls come out?
but the Stormtrooper is hand brush. Yeah, the lady trooper is airbrush. Yep, but the
Yeah.
little skull are just hand brush. I have to airbrush the big one, but I have right here a couple of Gundam that I have just to prime and both will have a pretty intense airbrush work, because
Wow, yeah.
I'm gonna do
Yeah.
some crazy stuff with liquid chromes and shadowing candy colors. It's new techniques that I already try in little model, and I like the result, and I have to move around to the big model now.
Yeah. Carl, are you gluing your stuff in place?
Nope.
You fit it first and then
I'm fitting
take
it all
it back
first.
apart and glue it?
Yeah, I'll dry fit most of it. And then
Okay,
I'll
I'm
take a
starting to
look
put
at
the
what-
cockpit together right now. I drilled out all the holes for the
Yeah.
fiber optics on the
needs to be
cockpit.
painted separately. And then
I only use glue with Bandai kits if I have to remove any kind of seam line, because right now I'm just fitting, not snapping the piece around.
Right. Right.
And when I have the model kit just assembled, I just check out for the seam lines, and I start working around that because, well, this little bastard is 148, but it has like a ton of detail inside.
Right.
It's awesome, and I wanna paint all this freaking kit, because the good thing of this kit is you can see all the interior of the ATST.
yeah.
Yeah, this 144 scale is pretty detailed also.
Yeah.
I mean, a ton of detail. Huh,
Well,
Carl?
Yes. See,
I
I'm
mean,
like
a ton.
pushing these parts inside.
Yeah.
They probably will not stay.
And then
in
all
there.
the piping work. You see all the pipe work on the exposed grilling and stuff. That is just awesome.
So those won't be painted in situ. I'll take those out and paint them separately.
Yeah, that is just cool.
Oh,
Well, that's this one pretty much complete. That took all of 40 minutes,
40 minutes, yeah.
all 23 parts.
well, there's a quiet moment. I think I'm just going to have a quick look at the chat for you,
Yeah.
because we haven't done anything with the chat. So sorry about that. Anyone that's watching, let's have a quick go. So we've got Northern Modeler there. Hi, Ivan. How you doing? Northwest Modeler. He's there. Rob B. Good evening, all. Hi, Rob. Black Cat 73. Or sorry, Black 73 Cat. I always get that wrong.
Hi, Graham.
Graham, he's there. How you doing?
If he's still
And I'm going to fail at this. You know that because I'm really bad.
go on.
Sergeant Bones is there. Hi, Sarge.
Hey, Bones.
Dr. Sprue, he's there.
Tony.
Tony, so I'm really bad with names, so I'm just going to go with what's there. Normally D's there.
Hi, Dave.
What's your name again? Oh, yeah, sorry. What else we got there? We've got Scale Model Jedi, Simon, I know that one.
Yeah.
We've got one. What's a little bit of chat going on there between everybody because obviously we've been busy modelling. Lynn's there. Hi, Lynn. Thanks for
Hi,
joining
Lynn.
one. And they're talking between themselves. And one of the reasons why I thought I'd do that is because Lynn was saying on there while we were talking about paint brushes and that sort of thing, she says I still use a paintbrush. I do have an airbrush, but no compressor.
Oh, talk about buying air in a can.
Yeah.
Anyone here
Yeah, I had one of those, but I'd never used it. It's still in the loft. I bought it in the
anyone here watch Brett G?
What was that?
Does anybody here watch Brett G on YouTube?
No.
Compressed air in a can. Well, it's not a can, it's a canister, great big gas thing. He doesn't use a compressor at all. And he gets some pretty good stuff out of that. So you don't need a compressor, you can buy it in there.
They use the cans?
Yeah, the big like a scuba diver can.
Yeah. At
Fresh
least
air
here.
tank.
Here. Yeah.
Just a CO2 tank. Yeah.
And he uses that.
Here in Spain, I don't recommend that at all. It will be cheaper. Just get an compressor.
And silent.
What?
If you use an air tank, it'll be silent as well. There'll be no noise.
Oh, actually, no. I think I have seen him. He's got like a big air tank next to his setup.
Yeah.
Ah, yes, I have seen him. Yes.
Yeah. What's plastic models by a regular dude? That's how he
That's
uses
the one. Yes.
Well,
Well, I must say, I'm not in bed at 20 past 8, and I am going quite slowly. But
Finished yet?
no, it's stepping together. I'm going slowly because I'm trying to do it in a way in which I can take it back apart without damaging it, so I can have a fiddle. Because I don't know if you can see this, but it's all painted and weathered, but the weathering is. I don't think it looks very good, to be honest.
It doesn't look too bad.
I don't know. See, that's the thing, isn't it? If I stick it all together and it looks all right, then yeah, fine. But I want to stick it all together and go, oh, I don't like that. Anyway, stop moaning.
I've got all my software downloaded to start video editing.
Good.
Still learning to use it.
Yeah. Which software did you go for?
Is it Hit Movie, I think it's called.
Okay. Not heard of that one.
Somebody told me it's probably the most complicated one I could have started with.
Yeah. What setup have you got computer wise?
I have all of Eno all in one. It's an Idea Center or something.
So you're operating on Windows?
Yes.
Right, okay.
I was waiting for a tip there. Never come.
He's coming.
All right.
One of the things I use.
Oh.
One of the things I use is OBS Studio. It's not so much for the editing side, but for the putting stuff together.
Yeah.
You can link up different cameras and do little effects and different bits and pieces. You have to have the effects effectively as a file in which you can add to it. But it has got a little. Well, basically, it's free, and it is something that's in development all the time. So it does have problems. I'm not going to lie, but touch wood,
free's good.
It works really, really well, really well.
It's the thing I use to Twitch. You can go either with OBS or with XSplit, but well, until now I don't have any kind of problem just using OBS. And the good thing is, yeah, it's open source, so you can develop your own scripts and a lot of things just to interact with your. Well, I'm set up to work in real time, so using just for a production video, it will be easier, you know. You can.
Oh, sorry.
You can get all the same effect that you used to get with After Effects or similar video edit program, you know.
The one thing with OBS that made me worry a little bit is that obviously it's being developed all the time, and there's effectively no customer service that you can phone up and go, I don't know what I'm doing, I'm an idiot, which is what I do all the time. But well, one thing I have found on them is that they have like an open forum, so to speak. So you can go and speak to the people that are developing it, and people that are using it, and any problem you have, they're great. It's just like a customer service, but it's not. It's just a bunch of people like us, I suppose, sitting in a room having a chat and working it out. So the only problem I did have, I resolved it really quickly. I was really quite surprised. So yeah, if that's the sort of thing you're looking for, give it a go.
No, as I told I never have any kind of.
I stuck a post up on Facebook asking you what would you like to see me build out of these three kits, and Rob seems to have gotten the most. Someone that's going to be my first YouTube build.
Yeah.
Hell of a build, so all the extra detail I've decided to put into it.
Right.
Studio upgrade kit and everything that's going on it, harnesses and using everything that has to get all the detail put in, and be a lot of foul language and editing going on.
Yeah.
It's one of those things. I looked at the instructions and thought, "Oh my god, what have I done?"
Yeah, it gets you a little bit like that.
Well, if it goes as well as the 2 byte builds I've recently done, it should be pretty good, I think. So. I know it's not strictly Star Wars, but progress.
When did we lose Alan?
I'll touch your bike. I'm building for
5 minutes ago.
Okay.
He left a message in the chat there, Carl.
Yeah, he messaged in the chat.
Oh, I missed that.
His bike builds have gone quite well, so.
Numbers start now.
What are you giving away, Ivan?
Ivan's going to give away his Scout Trooper and speeder bike.
Oh, he's a good lad, isn't he?
He's a good lad. £35 posted, I think it was.
By the way, what did you get finally in Telfer? Because you told that you buy something, but I don't get.
I
What-
bought some stuff from the UMP stand. I topped up my clay washes.
Yep.
I managed to get one of the last remaining bottles of the primer, the rust-coloured primer that's
Mhm.
discontinuing. I managed to get a pot of that. And I got some tweezers, some other little bits and pieces. I bought 2 kits. I bought 2 amusing hobby kits. I bought the FV215B, which was a concept tank, never made it off paper,
Mhm.
but it is in World of Tanks, known as the Death Star for those that play World of Tanks.
Yeah.
And I also got another World of Tanks tank, the Jagdpanzer E100, again by Amusing Model. I shall hopefully be doing an inbox review and a look what's in the box sort of thing the next week or so. And then, of course, there'll be a build series once I get around to actually building them. And that was the sum of what I bought at Telford.
I have to order a new stuff from UMP because when I get the primer from UMP, they didn't release yet the glossy black, you know.
Yeah.
And right now, for my metallic, I'm just priming on black, and after that, using pledge to get the glossiness and go on top metallic. And it worked pretty good, but yeah, I rather prefer have a little bottle of proper glossy black. Don't have to go into different step.
No, it's good stuff, like.
Cause the MiG they didn't release yet the one shot primer in glossy black. The only one that already have the glossy black is UMP and Badger, but I'm not gonna buy anything from the States because yeah, it's freaking expensive. Send this from the States to here. Luckily for us, we have MiG and UMP on Europe. So yeah.
Have you spoken to him lately? Too many screws.
Oh my fucking
Oh,
god.
painting already.
Say again, Scott?
Painting already.
Yeah. I've got some pieces ready for paint.
Yeah, this kit right now have for me one issue. But yeah, it's not very bad, but they attach into the A sprue one part of the parts that they are in like a polycaps rubbery plastic, you know.
Yeah. The band that goes around the top, the handrail.
Yeah, and it go for these little tubes that they are kind of flexible, you know, and well,
Yeah.
it's not the worst rubbery plastic on Bandai because I try a different one that they are just impossible to paint. it will save. It will. I can paint this and just keep the paint on.
Yeah.
But yeah, I hate the rubber plastic.
This is going together pretty quick as well.
Yeah, if you go just straightforward for a snap in the Abandoned kit, you can build really fast. That that's the thing. If you are planning or want to paint the kit afterward,
Yeah.
I always go ultra slow in this step, you know, just sanding and checking out the fitting and make my mental notes in order to when I prime what can I save, what work can be skipped and so on. Because Chris right now he's just been biting the cockpit for the optic fiber, but man, when you fit together the cockpit, you have to check out the space that you will have inside, because it's not a very big kit. The fitting on Bandai is just like perfect, you know.
Yeah.
By the way, is Chris around?
No, we've lost him. He's talking in chat, but we've lost him on the feed.
So, Scott,
Be right back.
My camera's got a mind of its own. It keeps
still
focusing
going?
in and out automatically like that itself. I don't know how to.
Right. How easy is this going to take apart?
There's a sum total of 23 parts in this kit.
I didn't count how many is mine.
yeah, me neither, but
Lots.
a lot more than 36. Yeah, I can count this fast. 31, 50. It's around 140 parts. 140, 145 parts. It's not too much, but
Looks like Chris is having trouble getting back in as well.
Is he having technology problems?
Yes, I think so. Got a bit, probably got a bit excited with that drill bit. So what are you planning to do for your first YouTube video, Scott?
Say again?
What are you planning on doing on your first video?
The bike kit. I'll just show you in a second. It was between that, the F1 car, and a tank, and the consensus seemed to be the bike. So,
Cool.
next one will be the F1 car once we get the top studio upgrade set for it.
Yep.
On. I'll set that like the drawing, show you the bike.
Not even needing much sand on this kit. Trimming the nubs off and that's about it.
The kit that will be on my first YouTube video.
Cool. Looking forward to it.
And it has, besides the kit parts, about 1 million upgrade parts.
All right. Okay. So you bought aftermarket stuff for it.
Say again?
You bought aftermarket stuff for it.
Yes, well, I have the kit.
Very nice.
I have the scale thickness screen to go on the fairing. I have the top studio set. Which contains all the wiring looms.
Yeah.
And the most important
So
question.
this is going to be fun.
The most important question, Scott.
So,
Will be bananas on your video?
That's right.
I'm sure I can slip a banana in for Alex.
That's a bit of an internal joke.
On another hangout, I was doing at work and just posting up pictures.
He always works
to it one day, so this whole banana thing has.
He always build when he finished to eat in his work, and every single time I saw a fucking banana in the background.
Yeah, there was always a banana.
So the day I didn't see a banana, I just worry about the health of Scott. Yeah, Scott, you need to eat.
Yes, I have about 2 or 3 bananas a day, Alex.
Okay, that's good, buddy.
I usually have one for my breakfast. So yeah, I've got this. This is like all the wiring for the wiring looms, and
You're gonna like it.
no, it's just to simulate the real bike.
That's the kid that you told that you go like cuckoo buying stuff and things.
Yeah, I got the kit cheap on one of the Facebook model sales pages.
Right.
Then I kind of had a bit of money spare, so I thought, oh, I'll buy the upgrade set as well. And I was like, oh god, what have I done? It's got like all these little electrical connectors and everything for the ECUs and things.
A fortune.
Yeah.
Well, but you will enjoy building that. I already told you
I
that.
hope so.
It's only money. Welcome back, Chris.
Hey, Chris is back.
I'm sorry, you guys. My phone died. My wife hooked me up with her laptop. I'm sorry, you guys.
No worries, man.
It's all right.
We'll
Don't do it
fix
again.
Where?
And mine's the latest model, and this one's a freaking dinosaur.
Okay.
It's my luck, man. It's my luck.
Don't matter.
I had to make
as long as
a
it
couple
works.
copies.
Yeah, I just need to work out to use the editing software and things now.
They're all very much for much.
Yeah, I think I've kind of got the gist of how it all works. So
There's loads of stuff on YouTube, so that's where I learned most of mine from off Premiere Pro. Like.
YouTube videos and everything for how it works. So when it's not,
Yeah.
not like I'm sitting there going, "Oh, how do I do this?" I have to try and get this bike finished from a friend as well. So
Do you see all the detail that's inside this? I don't know if you can see it inside that tunnel.
That's Bandai, bro.
I mean, this thing has got a bunch of detail. That is so cool.
You'll never see it, mind. But yeah.
Oh, you know what? I'm lighting it up. So part of that, yeah, you will see.
No, because that'll be behind that door, won't it? Oh no, maybe not.
No, it's inside of the capsule, the cockpit. See the top pit of the cockpit?
Yeah.
The top pit of the cockpit.
No, yeah, you're right. You're right. You will. You'll see it.
So if I light it up, you're gonna see it.
Mm-hmm. That means you've got to do a really good job of painting the cockpit and the people. Have you seen the scale of the people on it?
Oh God, yeah, yeah. No, actually, I've got one of those hooded goggles and this magnifying glass, so hopefully I can see clear enough to at least make them.
Yeah, Dan Scattergood from the ISM live crew, he's just painted these figures and he did a superb job.
Wow.
Because he's building the same kit as this. And he's lighting it as well.
So you're already putting the body together, aren't you?
Yeah, I've got several parts ready for paint separately.
I gotta quit screwing around. I'm sitting here drilling all these freaking holes, and I've only got 4 pieces together.
Just started building the side panels on the base.
Oh, okay.
We've got the front in as well.
You're okay. All right.
So
You're not gonna paint those before you insert them.
No, and we've got the 2 mandibles built as well.
Okay. All right.
I haven't put any of the finer stuff on any of these yet. Well, I'm going to leave that off, paint it separate.
So go ahead and just put everything together the way it is, and then we'll paint everything once it's together.
Yeah,
I'm
I'm going to put it together and see how easy it is to get to certain parts of it with a spray brush or the airbrush. And if it's too difficult, I'll take it out and separate it.
Okay. All right.
Things like this that are supposed to be sitting inside there.
Right.
I'm going to paint separate.
Yeah.
Because you won't
see,
really
for me, I've got to drill like 83 holes on top of trying to cut this stuff out and place it. So
yeah,
I got to get going.
Yeah, we've been at it 1 hour and 15 minutes already, so we're doing all right.
Yeah, doing better than me. And I've got the easy kit.
A few people joining. A few people joining on the chat, so that's good.
So you choosing the closed cockpit or the open one, Carl?
I will use. Where is it?
Which one of the glass are you going to use?
I'm not going to use any glass.
You're not going to use anything like that, or none of this, huh?
I'm not going to use any of this glass. I'm going to use these.
Right.
I'm not going to be using these.
Then you're just going to leave it open?
Just going to leave the cockpit open, so it looks like it's got glass in it.
Oh, real? Oh, okay. All right.
The same as they did on the actual real movie scene. They took the glass out because it kept getting dirty, and they just pretended there was glass in there.
Really?
Yeah. So yeah, so you just use the open canopy, this one, and leave it without any glass in it.
Right. Okay. All right. I was just wondering because it's saying already to put that together, and I'm like,
Yeah. So yeah, I'll leave the glass out. Tidy up there. There's a little bit of flash in that one.
That's what I was checking out.
Yeah, so just tidy it up a bit, and that'll do.
Really? Is there flash?
Tiny little bit, not a lot. But yeah.
But enough.
Weird.
Yeah. That's the only bit I've found so far.
Yeah.
Yeah, see that F7, the F7, that's an actual wire loom to hold the wiring harness in place while you light up the cockpit.
Yeah.
On step 1-2. So I've got to put that bad boy in. All right.
Yeah.
It's all gone quiet.
Yeah.
Must
How's
be
the weather
thinking,
over there, Chris?
It's starting to get cold. Last night it got down to like 40 degrees here in Cali. So where I'm at, it doesn't snow or anything like that. I mean, we're lucky if it'll get snow in 20 years where I live.
Yeah.
But a lot of rain. Not like you guys, but a lot of rain. Or if it's a nasty desert scenario, then we get a lot of forest fires.
Yeah.
Which a lot of people up here think it's the pot growers in the mountains trying to burn each other out to control the market. You never know, you know.
Nothing like a good conspiracy.
Well, it's funny because it never happens any other time of the year except for right about harvest time. It never happens in the city or right outside in the country. It's all up in the mountains. Deep mountains. Deep. So, I don't know. That's just my conclusion.
Yep.
It's every year at the same time. I mean, you can set your watch by it. This thing's gonna look pretty doggone cool.
Yes, sir. Yeah, not much sanding required on these.
No, they're really clean. The only place you're actually sanding is where you're cutting it from the sprue.
Yep, then up, cleaning up. That's the Bandai way.
Lately, it seems like all the models I've been buying have been built in the 1920s.
Also,
The
I
guys are so messed up and they're so warped.
will recommend you, if because you're gonna paint the kit, just go for a straight 400 grit. And that's the only thing you need to build. Bandai
Right.
kit. Yes, a
Keep
snip
it pretty
out of
fine.
a snip out of the sprue. Even you can go next to the part because you don't mind about the stressing the plastic, because
Right.
you're gonna paint, so you don't get this white stress mark. So
Right. Right. The paint will fill in those small scratches.
and the 400 grit is also, I usually go with 400 grit, also with the hobby knife, because in some part if the nut is small enough and the part is just flat, just
Right.
scribing along the edge with the hobby knife, it's okay. And the 400 grit is perfect because when you prime all over 400 sanding, you get cover all the scratching by the sand. So that's like the perfect combo if you're gonna airbrush the
Do a lot of airbrushing, right? That sounds cool.
yeah, make the things easier,
Absolutely.
You usually spend more time just in not fitting but guessing where the seam lines and what will the process to prime and paint the kit in order to save masking and other stuff. It's more like a planning schedule than the actual build that you do in, well, not in all the kits, but yeah, if you remember the old kits that you before to thinking about anything of paint or similar, you have to get the sand, start getting out all the flash,
Oh yeah.
fixing
Oh,
the fitting, because the spec is like 2 centimeters away from the fucking hole, so it's like a, a freaking master. So yeah, in the old way with the old kits, you are tied to just build the kit and start masking around the kit and painting around. But right now you don't have this problem. You have to figure out what will be the faster way to avoid
How many guys out
mostly.
there actually follows the instructions when they're building something 1, 2, 3, 4, 5? I don't see hardly anybody out there that follows the instructions accordingly.
I
Down to where they feel comfortable and then put it together.
Chris.
Yeah.
Sarge is asking where it is that you live.
Sacramento, California.
There we go.
Sacramento.
I live about an hour and a half from San Francisco. North Valley is what they call it. You know what? I'm having some problems putting this front together here, Carl.
That's fair.
Don't they call where the cool people live? Hey, Chris.
What's that, brother?
Yeah, your place. I think they call the place that where the cool people live.
We're starting to take shape, gents.
Well, yeah. It's
There we go.
funny enough, it's going to be a bit of a filler queen. But other than that, yeah,
Yeah.
some pretty.
What's crazy about where I live is that there's a lot of remnants of the gold rush era around everywhere. Everywhere.
Do you actually find any gold still up that way?
Yeah, actually, I've got some gold pans and a little sluice box and metal detector. I've been going out and
Okay.
finding little stuff every now and again when I go out and mess around.
And when did you do that?
Oh, it was last year. One fisherman up here last year, he was out fishing on the shore of a river, and he just happened to look down, and they found like a 14-ounce nugget
Oh my God!
that he almost
Yeah.
kicked with his foot.
Sackpot.
Yeah. So
Okay.
he's out on the river bank drinking beer and trying to catch fish, and now he's got, $20,000-$30,000 in gold. That ain't right.
Those,
Yeah, that's why I asked
That's
you.
a big nugget.
yeah.
What amazes me is that most of the area where I live is all built on gold tailings, where they have went through back in the early or late 1800s, and they've dredged this whole area with giant bucket dredges, and the whole area is built on top of loose rock. It just amazes me that if and when a big earthquake comes, 99% of California or this area is going to disappear. Bless you.
Bless you.
Thank you.
See you, Sarge. Thanks for watching. Catch you later.
See you, Sarge.
See ya.
Yeah, I have maybe, if I'm lucky, an ounce of scrap gold at my workbench at work.
When I was
I
in
have
high
about
school,
maybe a kilogram and a half of scrap silver in a scrap box.
You're not allowed to relocate it,
high
no?
school, I would do all the acting for everybody in the class, and I would, after the kids had come in with their silver and the rich kids had their gold, I would cast all their stuff, and then I would go back and melt all the gold and stuff off the side of the caster and keep it for myself. They didn't know any better. They were happy with, oh, look, my ring. Oh, my ring.
That's very good. It's a very good impersonation there.
I said, yeah, it's a cool looking ring. Now give me the rest of the gold that was splattered out. As a matter of fact, my wife that I'm married to now, we were dating in that same class. I gave her all of my excess gold and silver. I started at the end there in high school. I was casting insects into silver, spiders, stuff like that.
I was actually looking at the gold price not long ago, and it's quite high at the moment.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, the gold is the value that it's one of the more stable value in the all around the world. It's freaking gold.
Mhm.
So is anyone putting theirs inside a diorama or anything like that?
I don't know.
Possibly.
I think I might.
I'll get it completed and see how it goes.
Taken off from Moss Isley. We shall see what we get up to. Well, gents, that's us sitting just over an hour and a half.
Okay.
Just let me know when you've had enough. We will call it there till next time.
Whenever you guys are ready to turn into pumpkins, just let me know. Hey, Alex, how's everything going there in Spain? I see you guys have been having a lot of problems up,
Yeah,
where you're at.
it's more mediatic thing, because some asshole political just
Oh,
yeah,
God. Yes.
they are
All you gotta
making
say is that one word, political.
they're making a lot of damage to Spain. Also, we lost one group that they're from Ohio and they're coming the next year, but they just scared about the situation and they back up,
Yeah.
And well, it's more mediatic thing. Yeah, the thing that you saw in the news, the cops just hitting people.
Yeah.
That's it happen all around the world. It's not
Oh, without a doubt.
a cop and give someone power. You will see this stuff, but it's nothing just to be worried about.
Yeah.
Because for the beginning, the all the thing is it's illegal. It's illegal. It go against our constitution. Even the own referendum, the own votation, it cannot be happen because it go against the unity of Spain. It's right in our constitution. So yeah, starting at this point, you can guess who tried to manage and go ahead with this kind of vote, because I know a lot of people that they live in Catalonia, and the 90%, maybe 95%, they don't want this shit at all because it's like kind of suicidal, they don't want that.
Oh, yeah.
But yeah,
Yeah.
it grow up.
You know what I've always found is that in a lot of scenarios like that, all the rich, all the political people care about are themselves, and The people that pay for them to stay there are the ones that suffer.
Yep.
It's much the same in Scotland at the movement at the moment with the
Freedom.
Scottish government. You know, it's
Yeah. Right, chaps. My next stage is quite fiddly and whatnot, so we've been going for almost an hour and 40 minutes. So I think we are going to end here and now. So,
Okay.
yeah. I've got some
All right.
I'll log it onto me. So, folks, that is us done with our first live stream for a Star Wars build for the Mad Modelers. So I hope you've enjoyed it. We've not really talked about much, and there's not really been that much interesting stuff going on because we're just sitting here.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, I have some fun.
I'm finally putting mine together, man. I'm getting caught up with it, Carl.
Yeah. Go slowly. Go slowly.
Yeah, we'll be back again next week for more of the same. And I don't know if these guys are going to continue through the week and do some extra bits and pieces.
No. I keep all my building for this streaming.
This group, right?
Yeah,
Right.
and that's what I'm going to do as well. So
Yeah.
put this all
Me
back in the
too.
box. So
James, you're looking mighty tired.
it's a good night from them. And it's a good night from me. Watch it. Be good. Be safe. As always, keep making models.
Night, folks.
And everybody say
Bye.
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 thanks, folks. Bye.